Welcome to episode 10. I am Wendy Reese Hartman, and this is Stretch Into Your Greatness. A slightly different version today. I opened up on our social media outlet the opportunity to ask me anything, and this question came from John. And at first, it was a very silly question that made me laugh. But the more that I started thinking about it, the more that I realized that it's actually a really great question. And the question is, what's the difference between yoga and yogurt? Well, I happen to know a little bit about yogurt because I learned how to make it a couple of years ago and have been enjoying it a lot. When I was in India, I never really liked yogurt too much. It was a little too sour, bitter for my taste. And I'd have to have the kind that had a lot of sweeteners, and I knew it wasn't good for me. When I went to India, they would serve this fresh homemade yogurt and a little bit of the turbinado sugar, the sugar in the raw, and it was delicious. And I noticed that as I ate this, I felt better. It was really helping my gut balance. So there's a lot of similarities between yoga and yogurt. Yoga, as defined the way that I learned it in yoga teacher training, is union. But union with what? Union with God, union with yourself, union with your body, mind, union with your breath, union with other people. There's a lot of interpretations to what that union is. But I think at the core of it all is when you are in that space of union, you have liberation, enlightenment, if you will. Yogurt is a fermentation process that uses bacteria to turn milk into a semi-solid yogurt. It has wonderful properties to it. But I want to focus a little bit more on that fermentation, because fermentation is a chemical process that brings effervescence, which I think yoga, when you stick with it, has a similar effect. Because we are changing our breath, because we're moving our bodies in certain ways, we create a change within us that does bring a more peaceful, joyful feeling. Yogurt, because it's made with calcium, helps to strengthen the bones. The physical asanas of yoga help to strengthen the bones. Yoga also brings balance, flexibility, and surrender. The point when you're making yogurt that as you're stirring it, you can tell that the milk is starting to change. The temperature is rising and it's breaking down and it's starting to shift into something different. And there is a point in yoga when we can feel that happening as well. I think the biggest is that for both of these, the process of making it is so similar to the process of doing yoga. The process of ingesting the yogurt and bringing that balance to your gut is so similar to the process of doing the yoga and bringing balance to your life. And I think both of them can teach us a lot for a better way of living, a healthier way of living. So I appreciate your question today, and we will be back to a regular practice next week. Thank you so much. It's an honor and a pleasure to be with you. Be sure to subscribe, turn on your notifications so that every Wednesday you get that little reminder that it's time to stretch into your greatness.